could you give an overall, say on average, how much your clients generally save when they use your strategy?
Great question. So the average deal size is 2.6 million in equity or in proceeds, and we're deferring somewhere around $400,000 to $500,000 in liability. And by the way, this works for carried interest as well, right? So if you're an operator, this works for carried interest. Carried interest is taxed as capital gains tax. So when you sell, we want to make sure that the equity and the tax liability is big enough to offset our fees, because we do charge fees. And so we found that the minimum is $500,000 of proceeds and about $100,000 of tax liability. So if you're listening and your deal is only $250 and you're only deferring like $50,000 in tax, we say it's just too small. Our fees are going to eat up the savings. You might as well just pay the tax or try to do a 1031. But if you tell me, hey Brad, I've got 5 or 3, 4, 5 or 6 of these $250,000 houses, and collectively they add up to over $500,000 of proceeds and over $100,000 of liability, then we would say take a peek at that. Some of the other things to consider have to do with resetting the depreciation schedule. So what's happening right now in the U.S., it's according to the American Bankers Association, there's about $17 to $20 trillion that'll pass from one generation to the next in the next 20 years. And this is known as the largest wealth transfer in the history of the world. And it's by the baby boomers. In fact, there's about 77 million baby boomers in the U.S. alone. And every day, about 10,000 are turning 65. So I want you to picture this, the largest wealth transfer in the history of the world. And where do they own this? Where's all this wealth at? Well, 50% of it's actually in commercial real estate. It's in high-end primary homes, and it's in private equity. Private equity is basically just businesses, okay? So that 50% is illiquid. It also takes time, energy, toilets, trash, management, all of the things that good operators are focused on, executing a business plan. But guess what? These folks are getting older and they want to retire from this. But guess what? They feel trapped. They feel trapped by capital gains tax. They feel trapped by the debt. They feel trapped about the 1031 exchange, and they're looking for a solution. And so we call this the perfect storm that's facing America right now. But it's also the perfect opportunity for operators like yourself to capture and provide a solution for folks who want to sell. By the way, if you sell a business, you cannot 1031 into an investment real estate. If you sell a primary home, you can't 1031. So the intent is to defer the tax and put it into this. Well, the Deferred Sales Trust works for this. Okay, we've done thousands of closes, veterinarians, optometrists, dentists, car dealerships. We're doing a Bitcoin case right now. We're doing a horse deal out of Kentucky right now. And so the intent is to basically help them solve their problems. Hey, I'm going to help you solve your problem of getting out of all of that. And now you can put it into the Deferred Sales Trust, all tax deferred. And then guess what? That becomes an opportunity for you to fund your next real estate syndication. And so I'll pause there and make sure you guys caught all that.
You have just listened to another information-packed episode of Capital Gains Tax Solutions with Brett Swarts. We hope you enjoyed today's show and found it helpful. Visit capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to access the show notes and to access more resources. Don't forget to leave a review and join us again next time.